Meanwhile, Israel continues to strike targets in Gaza. On Thursday, the director of one of Gaza's last functioning hospitals in the northern city of Beit Lahia said 5 of its staff members, including a doctor, were killed by an Israeli strike. A separate Israeli airstrike killed 5 journalists from a TV station affiliated with a Palestinian militant group in their broadcast van as it was parked outside the Nuseirat refugee camp in central Gaza. For more on the situation in the region, we can cross to France 24 correspondent Noga Tarnopolsky in Jerusalem. Noga, let's go back and start with Yemen. Israel seems to be stepping up its retaliatory strikes on the Houthis. What more can you tell us?
Right. Well, the first thing is that the Houthis have stepped up their missile launches at Israel. It's quite a distance, and these are powerful missiles. It appears to be kind of, I don't want to say Iran's last stand, in case I'm wrong, but following the demise of Hezbollah and Hamas's leadership, this last Iranian proxy operating in the region has really stepped up. So in the last week, there have been missiles. These are massive missiles launched at Israel basically every day. Last Saturday, Israeli air defenses didn't manage to catch one, and a school outside Tel Aviv was destroyed. And Israel is responding pretty forcefully. The strike yesterday was the 4th acknowledged Israeli strike at Houthi infrastructure in Yemen, which is much of Yemen's infrastructure after the Houthi takeover there. And it was by far the most fierce. At the same time, the Israeli Air Force commander said that this was very little compared to what Israel could still do. So Israel appears to be trying to deter the Houthis, but the real issue here is an ongoing Iran-Israel tussle. And the fear in Israel is that the Houthis are going to step up at Iranian instructions, are going to step up this battle and basically possibly render the Red Sea unusable for global traffic. It's a major shipping route, and this could cause disruptions of commerce worldwide.
Yeah, it's been a big issue in recent months with shipping companies forced to take the long way around Africa to get those cargo ships to their destinations. Let's go now to Gaza. Recent dates have seen growing hopes for a ceasefire there. Those hopes have been repeatedly dashed. What's the latest on that?
Yeah, we appear to be again in one of these like airless bubbles in which the mediating nations, the United States, Qatar, and Egypt, all say that negotiations are ongoing. They haven't been ruptured, but the two sides in question, Israel and Hamas, are trading blame as if this effort had already failed. And both are stepping away from previously made promises. So Hamas has withdrawn its promise to share with Israel the names of hostages who would be released initially in the first part of this hostage release and ceasefire deal. This is crucial for Israel, who doesn't want to engage in any deal without knowing which of its citizens it's getting back and in which order. And on the other hand, for Hamas, a red line is that Israel has to withdraw its military from the Strip. It's not even demanding at this point, apparently, from what we hear, an official end to the war, but it is demanding that Israel withdraw all troops. And just 2 days ago, the Israeli Defense Minister, Israel Katz, stood on the Egyptian-Gaza border, so not an Israeli border, and he said that Israel would not leave Gaza. The Israeli military would not leave Gaza indefinitely, it sounded like. So these seem to be like two sides really stepping away from what did feel like the brink of a possible deal. On the other hand, I have to say in Israel, the political pressure on the prime minister is getting really massive. There are something like 100 citizens, Israeli citizens, alive and dead, unknown numbers, still being held in Gaza by Hamas mostly, and some by the Islamic Jihad. And Israeli citizens are continuing to protest against the government's failure to get them back home daily. So while there's nothing specific I can report to you on, there is a feeling that the pressure is escalating to a point where Netanyahu will have to make some kind of a move.
All right, France 24's Noga Tarnopolsky in Jerusalem. Thanks so much for that.